was it, Frida? Thanks for coming out, Maggie. I better get that.
Don't leave me.
I'll be back in a mo. Come on, concentrate on your breathing, Frida. Come on. You're doing brilliantly.
Are you ready? If we don't leave now, we'll miss a start. What's the matter?
Jack, I'm sorry. It's Mum.
Oh, not again. Can you get Tony to look after her? You didn't even ask him, did you?
I can't leave her. Not now.
Did she know we were going to the pictures?
It's not like that.
She did know, though, didn't she?
I've got to get back to her. We'll go another time. Yes?
Another time. Sofa of Mike's is a health hazard.
If you're careless enough to lose your flat.
Oh, it's not his fault his landlady's cousin come back from Australia.
I can't stay at Mike's forever.
It's not like flats grow on trees now, is it?
Well, maybe you could stay here.
No, I don't think that would be necessary.
No. I'm sure something will turn up.
Oh, poor you.
Instead, I'm going to see another place tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be like all the others, though. Dirty, small and overpriced.
Well, why don't I come with you? Give you some moral support.
Though you'd never ask.
Not working tonight, then?
Evening, Jack. No, I'm not, as it happens.
Good. Then you won't mind popping in on your mum, then, will you?
Frida doesn't need a babysitter, Jack.
No? What do you think Sylvia is?
Tony has a business to look after. He can't be on call 24 hours a day.
It's lucky you've got a sister to do that for you, then, isn't it?
Look, I don't know what all this fuss is about. I saw Mum yesterday.
And Sylvia's supposed to be grateful of that, is she? Big brother comes to the rescue.
Well, I don't think there's any need.
Frida's ill, Tony. Sylvia can't leave her for a second. What kind of life is that?
Oh, come off it. All you care about is getting Sylvia to yourself. Doesn't the fact that she never actually married you tell you something?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Sylvia's just using Mum as an excuse. She doesn't love you.
You have no idea about me and Sylvia.
All right, steady, Jack. If you want to cause trouble, you can leave.
Don't worry, I'm leaving anyway. Can't stand the smell in here.
Sorry about that.
Thank you, Maggie.
See you soon. I'm sorry for disturbing your evening, Maggie.
Oh, don't be silly. She seems more comfortable, that's the main thing. You're making sure she's keeping to the right dosage?
Yes, I keep them away from her, just in case. I hate treating her like a child.
It's hard, I know.
She was always so strong. A mother and father to me and Tony and half the village kids. Just breaks my heart seeing her so poorly.
Oh, come on.
Listen to me going on. I haven't even asked you about your holiday with Graham yet.
Oh, it was great. Anyway, I better get going. Give me a call if there's anything more I can do.
Thanks, Maggie. Did I wake you?
I'm sorry you have to see me like this. I hate to be a burden on you.
Mom.
Every night when I go to sleep, I pray I won't wake up.
Please don't talk like that, Mum. I love you.
You're a good girl, Sylvia. The only thing that keeps me going.
No milk today, my love has gone away. The bottle stands forlorn, a symbol of the dawn. No milk today, it seems a common sight, but people passing by don't know the reason why. How could they know just what this message means? The end of my hopes, the end of all my dreams. How could they know the powers that have been behind the door when my love reigned as queen? No milk today, it wasn't always so. The company was gay, we turn night into day.
I spent building this place up.
I understand you've got a chain of shops like this.
Just the 3 at the moment, but we're hoping to expand, aren't we?
How could this have happened, eh?
Oh, come on, love. There's nothing for us here. Come on.
Mr. Smith. The fire services say the seat of the fire was just inside the front door. There are traces of what looks like an accelerant. Probably petrol.
You mean someone did this on purpose?
Well, it certainly looks that way, yes.
Well, that's no surprise, is it?
What, you have an idea of who might have started this fire? Mrs. Smith? What, somebody who might have had a grudge against you, is that it?
Nobody.
No, no.
Right, well, thank you very much for your help. We'll be in touch.
Hello, Oscar.
I'm sorry, do we know each other? Ursula.
I thought you might have forgotten me.
No, never. But I've not seen you in, how long's it been now?
Too long, that's for sure.
But you look just wonderful, if you don't mind me saying so.
Oh, Oscar. You always were a charmer.
Well, the boss, Tony Smith, is popular with his staff. It pays them well, they're good conditions of work. Well, he even sends them flowers when they're off sick. Nobody's got a bad word to say for him.
So nobody with a reason to burn down his business?
No, Sarge.
What about the wife? Can she shed any light on the matter?
According to her, he's the best thing in long trousers. The perfect husband. There was one thing, though. She didn't seem surprised when I told her it was arson.
Meaning?
I'm not sure. But it's as though they didn't want to tell me something.
Ah, Bellamy. Good of you to join us.
Sorry I'm late. Roadworks, Sarge.
Right. Someone out there has a grudge against Mr. Smith and his chippy.
Is that Tony Smith you're talking about?
Yes. One of his fish and chip shops was burnt down last night.
Only that bloke who's been going out with Tony's sister since forever.
Jack Hall.
That's the one.
What about him?
Well, he was in the Aidensfield Arms last night with Tony. They were having a right, old Barney.
You know, when you left and went off to America, you broke every heart in Yorkshire. Do you know that?
Get away.
Especially mine. So, where is G.I. Joe today, then, eh?
He died last year.
Oh, yes, I am sorry.
Thank you.
Now, didn't I hear you were something big on the council these days?
No. I'm just a humble servant to the local people, that's all.
Don't you underestimate yourself, Oscar. I always knew you'd go far.
Hey, look, I tell you what, do you have any plans for lunch?
No.
Only there's this new place just opened up in Ashfordley. I've been wanting to try it out. Perhaps, you know...
Oscar, glad I caught you. Been meaning to pick your brains on a bit of council business.
All right.
Hello there.
I'm sorry, my dear. You have the advantage.
Oh, what sort of clue can I give? Charlie?
Ursula?
That's me.
But you look terrific.
Thank you very much. I could get used to all these compliments.
Well, it's lovely to see you again, isn't it, Oscar? Whoever put a match to that shop deserves a medal. There again, he probably started it himself.
Oh, why do you do that?
For the insurance, of course. What do they pay you for?
You don't have a very high opinion of Mr. Smith.
You noticed? The way he's much too busy and important to help his sister. Makes me sick.
I understand you had an argument with him last night.
You could say that.
And you're engaged to his sister.
If he'd have pulled his weight, we might have managed a wedding by now. Now, is that all you want to ask? Only I've got jobs to get on with.
You mind if I had a look around your property?
See if you can find the incriminating match. Look all you like.
Thanks very much.
You'll not find anything.
Oh, there's just one other thing. Can you tell me where you were between 11 o'clock last night and 3 o'clock this morning?
In bed, asleep. Is that allowed? We'd have to get a permit or something.
Is there anyone who can verify your whereabouts?
Only me pigs. I don't suppose you'll take their word for it.
I've got a mare running in the 2:30. Not a bad little thing. Should fly home.
You, Oscar. My late husband used to keep a steeplechaser.
Did he really? He used to race him in America, I suppose.
Yes. Some of our happiest times.
Tell you what. You don't fancy a day at the races with yours truly, do you?
Oh, Charlie. Still haven't lost your touch, have you? You really know how to treat a lady.
Do I smell a whiff of an ancient romance?
It was always just a shoulder to cry on. Never stood a chance, not with him around.
Lord Ashfordley?
And he dumped her for a debutante in London. She took it very hard.
They seem to be getting on all right now, though, don't they?
Yeah, she did. Right, ready for some lunch?
Oh, Oscar, I'm sorry. I promised to go to the races with Charlie.
All right, well, some other time.
Definitely. Come to my hotel for lunch tomorrow.
I'll be there.
See you then.
You're still sweet on air, aren't you?
She's a fine-looking woman.
Well, you know what they say. Faint heart never won fair lady.
Five years. It's a long time to be engaged.
You get used to anything. We were saving for a deposit on a house when Mum became poorly. Everything just kind of slipped away.
She needs constant care.
I can get out sometimes for an hour or two.
Have you ever thought about getting her some help, perhaps?
You mean putting her in a home? The way she's looked after me all my life. I couldn't do that to her.
And Jack, what, he couldn't move in here?
He has his farm. Besides, I wouldn't want to put him through all this.
How does Jack get on with your brother?
Fine, thanks. I thought you were here to talk about Tony.
Were you aware they had an argument in the pub last night?
You surely can't think that Jack had anything to do with that fire.
Well, no, I'm just making routine inquiries, that's all.
Him and Tony may not be the best of friends, but Jack would never do a thing like that.
You were made for me. Everybody tells me so. Come on. You were made for me. Don't pretend that you don't know. All the trees were made for little things that sing and fly.
No kids, no dogs, no cats. I don't mind a goldfish or two. No loud music, no spicy cooking, and no language. One month's deposit, 1 month's key money, and 1 month in advance.
Thank you.
Don't you want to see the facilities?
No time.
No money!
No goldfish!
I had a visit from the police this morning.
Oh, yes?
They seem to think I burnt down your Tony's shop.
I'm sure they don't think that.
I didn't do it, Sylvia.
Oh, Jack, I know that.
I can't bear this. This is no life. For either of us.
It won't be forever.
But you and me, we're not getting any younger. If we got wed now, we might still have a chance for family. Oh, that ruddy bell!
Coming, Mum.
She's gonna get worse, love. Soon enough, she's gonna need you every minute of every day and every night. You won't be able to step outside that front door, not even to go to the shops.
I'll manage.
What about me?
I'm not putting my mother into a home.
I could move in. We've talked about it before.
I couldn't ask that of you.
I'm offering. It's your mum, isn't it? She thinks I'm gonna take you away. You're a grown woman, Sylvia. You've got your own life to live. It's up to you what you do with it.
I've had a lovely day, Charlie.
Almost felt 21 again. Almost.
Come in for a drink.
Oh, champagne.
Well, as long as you don't look at the label.
What are we celebrating?
Oh, haven't you told them yet, Maggie?
Told us what? Well, I haven't got it yet, and to be honest, I'm not sure I even want it.
What?
The hospital rang me this morning about a job. But it's only an interview.
Well, still. It's very flattering to be asked to apply.
What sort of job is it exactly?
Oh, I'd be attached to the emergency unit at the hospital.
So, does that mean you're moving away then?
Yes, but not very far.
Well, it all sounds very exciting.
I suppose so. It's a bit of a shock to be asked, that's all.
Well, get a good night's sleep and you'll sail through it.
What, you mean the interview's tomorrow?
All the more need for some pampering then.
Oh, yes.
Looks like you had a good time away.
Yes.
So what does Graham think about your new job then?
He doesn't know.
You keep it a surprise.
And Graham and I've decided not to see him again.
Oh, Maggie, I'm sorry.
What happened?
Well, it was my fault, really. He wanted me and Sam to move to Bristol with him, and, well, what if it hadn't worked out? I couldn't have put myself through that again, could I?
Right. I'm going to start with a light moisturiser with a hint of green.
Green?
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
On the table, please. Thank you.
This is very pleasant.
Glad you like it.
I was referring to you and me. Though the surroundings are also congenial.
We do our best.
We?
My husband was the majority shareholder in the consortium that owns it. Now that he's passed away, I run this side of the business.
I had no idea. Well, you're obviously onto a winner.
There's a strong market in Americans wanting to experience the delights of the old world without wanting to relinquish any of the delights of the new.
Such as?
Hot water?
We have hot water in Yorkshire.
Yes, but only on Tuesdays, Charlie.
You left your... Sylvia, whatever's the matter?
It's Mum.
She looks very peaceful. The doctor says she's got to have a post-mortem. Oh, standard procedure for somebody who hasn't been seen by a doctor for a couple of weeks.
I thought she was sleeping at first.
I couldn't help noticing that she had some bruising on the top of her arms.
I didn't notice any. She fell out of bed yesterday. I had to help her up. I tried to be as gentle as I could. Do you think it could be that?
Yes, I expect so.
Old people bruise very easily, don't they?
Right, I better get off.
Wait, your interview is this morning, isn't it?
Yes, about half an hour ago.
Maggie.
Well, some things are more important. Bye-bye.
I wanted to tell you yesterday, but Tony's very loyal, you know. And it's not even as if Jack's proper family yet.
Yeah, go on.
He's always been bad, right since we were kids. Always in trouble at school. Got the cane almost every week. He's got a real temper on him when he gets going.
Mrs. Smith, I take it we are talking about Jack Hall.
Who else?
And you're suggesting that he started the fire at your husband's shop?
He's threatened to do it often enough.
Has he?
He hates my Tony. Can't stand the fact he's made a success of his life, whilst he spends his time mucking out pigs.
But you can't be sure that he actually started the fire.
Oh, I'm sure, all right.
What do you mean you didn't go? Well, I thought Sylvia was more important than some job interview.
Well, of course. So have you booked yourself another one?
Not yet.
But you will.
Yes.
Well, make sure you do. Look, I'm really sorry, but I've got to go. I'll call round and see you this evening. Mike's through there.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Maggie, come in. How can I help you?
Well, I really shouldn't be bothering you with this, but...
No. What is it?
I've been looking after Frida Smith.
Mm-hmm.
She died last night.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the thing is that... I really don't know how to say this. I noticed she had some bruises on her arms, as if she'd been held down. It's probably nothing, but...
Maggie, that's a very serious accusation.
Well, like I said, it...
What, you think Sylvia may have...
No. Jack's never liked Frida. He always felt like she was standing in the way of them getting married.
Wait a minute, Maggie. You're talking about Jack Hall?
Oscar?
Ah, yes, she did.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Well, you always did love a bunch of flowers.
How sweet of you to remember. What a lovely surprise to see you here.
A surprise.
I wasn't expecting you.
But I thought we were having lunch together.
Oh, that's such a lovely thought, Oscar. Do you know, I think I've been rather stupid.
Oh, I'm sure that's not true.
You see, it completely escaped my mind, and now I've gone and double booked myself.
Morning, Ursula.
Charlie.
Oscar, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, I just popped in to say hello.
Yes, of course. Ready?
And willing. Oh, would you be a dear and ask the girl to pop those in some water for me?
Yes, of course. So there's going to be a routine post-mortem?
Yes, Sarge.
And Maggie's sure about the bruising, is she?
Well, the fact that she came to see me certainly suggests she's genuinely concerned.
What was this Jack like when you spoke to him?
Well, difficult to say. He's certainly not a happy man, but whether he'd...
Right. Has he got any form?
He was fined a couple of years ago for ABH. Put a bloke in hospital, otherwise nothing.
Right then. We better put the pathologists in the picture. Let them know we might be looking at foul play.
Right, Sarge.
And in the meantime, you and I had better go and have a little chat with this Mr. Hall.
Mrs. Smith seems to think you're responsible for the fire at her husband's shop.
Oh, yeah.
She told my colleague that you'd threatened to do it several times.
Once or twice, maybe.
You admit it?
I admit threatening them, yeah.
Why on earth did you do something like that?
Why do you think? It's not as if he hasn't got other shops, is it? Besides, you get it all back in the insurance. Now, is that it?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much, sir. Well, there is just one more thing. I wonder if you'd pass on my condolences to Sylvia.
All right. Thanks.
I suppose the two of you will be getting married now?
We've not discussed it.
Well, that's what you've wanted all along, isn't it? Marriage, children. You deserve that as much as the next man.
What are you getting at?
I was just wondering if you could help us with our inquiries into Frida's death.
What do you mean inquiry? She was an old woman. She'd been ill for years.
And the bruising? How do you account for that?
Who have you been talking to? I was flicking through my portfolio of investments this morning.
Oh, yes?
Discovered a bit of a gap.
Really?
I don't seem to be making any money out of wealthy American visitors looking for the perfect Yorkshire shower. Ever admit new members into your consortium?
Not very often.
But sometimes.
Has been known.
I am very pleased to hear it.
Oh, poor thing. I do feel sorry for him.
It's against my better instincts, but so do I.
You're not hungry?
No. I think I'll go upstairs, have 40 winks.
Good idea.
Oh, by the way, Bellamy, if you're still looking for somewhere to live, there's an old friend of mine, ex-CID. Built an annex on his house for his mother-in-law. Now he's just got divorced. So, if you're interested, I could put in a word.
Sounds great. Doesn't it, Phil?
Yeah. The thing is, though, I've just found somewhere, actually, and, well, thanks anyway.
Oh, well, just a thought.
Can you imagine? Friend of Oscar's as my landlord. What a nightmare.
But you have found somewhere to live, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
So, what's it like?
It's lovely. It's really, really great.
In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand, the 23rd day of September, in the year of our Lord, 1900...
That's it?
Yes.
I don't get a penny.
Well, there is the one bequest.
A Royal Albert tea set?
There must be some mistake.
I drafted the will myself.
Don't believe this!
Your mother was very clear about what she wanted.
A tea set?
She wanted to recompense Sylvia for all the years she'd given up to care for her.
Well, she clearly wasn't of sound mind then, was she?
She was perfectly lucid.
You knew about this, didn't you?
Tony, this is as much of a shock to me.
You've been planning it all along, you and Jack.
No!
Well, you won't get away with it. I'm going to contest this.
Well, that's your prerogative. I would advise you, however, that in my opinion...
It's not fair!
Maybe we can...
How am I going to manage now, eh?
Leighton. Owe you an apology. Didn't realise I was stealing your date.
Well, I think the misunderstanding was probably mine, sir.
Quite. Well, what do you think of her now, then?
Ursula. Well, she's...
What a difference. She scrubs up rather well, doesn't she? Had a soft spot for her yourself, if I remember.
Well, I was always...
I must have been mad to let her go. Still, never say die. We may only be business partners today, but who knows what tomorrow might bring.
Business partner?
Going to invest a spot of cash in her new hotel. Early days, perhaps, but I have a notion I'll be seeing a lot more of Ursula very soon.
So, you've rearranged the interview?
Yes.
Well, don't sound so happy about it.
Oh, well, I don't know why I'm even bothering. The job here's perfect for me. I know my patients, they know me.
Well, you're comfortable.
That's right. Plus, I'm my own boss. I mean, if Sam needs me for some reason, I can work round it.
You know exactly where you are and what you're doing.
Exactly. OK, I admit I was flattered when they first asked me, but the more I think about it, the more I realise that...
You're scared.
I'm not.
It's perfectly reasonable to be scared of a challenge.
I'm not scared.
Yes, you are, and quite right too. You might not be up to it.
Of course I'm up to it.
Sylvia, come in. I'll go make some more tea.
So you're saying this Tony Smith might have set fire to his own shop?
Well, Jackie's convinced he's short of cash. Apparently, he went absolutely mad when he found out Frida had left Sylvia everything.
Yeah, but surely he wouldn't have killed his own mother.
Well, it depends on how desperate it was, doesn't it? I mean, if he was really short of cash, he...
Away, Mr. Bellamy.
Come in.
I say, this is coming along very nicely.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to enjoy having a policeman here to look after me. I brought you a little moving-in present.
Really?
I hope you'll be very happy together.
It's not a question of taking sides.
But I thought you were my friend. I trusted you.
Well, my first responsibility has to be to my patient.
I told you how she got those bruises.
When there's a sudden death...
It wasn't sudden. You know how ill she was.
But the bruising would...
And that's enough for you to go stirring up trouble with the police? How do you think this makes Jack feel? Just when we had a chance of starting again. She wanted to die, Maggie. She said so to me more than once. Why can't you just leave her in peace?
What was all that about?
Can I have a word, Sarge?
What about?
Well, I've been having a look at Tony Smith's finances.
Found anything yet?
His account's in the red, and his bank manager's none too happy.
Oh, he wouldn't be, would he?
He makes unusually large regular payments to the electricity board.
That's not surprising. The man runs a small chain of fish and chip shops.
No, but these came out of his personal account.
Did they now?
It seems Mr. Smith is paying the quarterly bills on 2 domestic properties. One here and one in the city of York.
How interesting.
Well, that's what I thought. So I had a look at the electoral register.
Is there no stopping you today?
And this is where things get really interesting.
Tam, I wasn't here.
Well, where are you off to?
Charlie wants me to look at a car he's interested in.
Well, talking of Lord Ashfordley, he was telling me that he's planning to invest some money in your business.
That's right. I told him we had plans to develop Thornby Manor.
Thornby Manor? Off the Whitby Road?
You know it?
Well, it's just a shell.
Oh, you wait till we're finished with it.
It's just that I've got a tiny nest egg myself, and I've been looking for a solid business proposition.
Do you remember that day Charlie gave me the push?
And I found you crying down by the river.
I was trying to summon up courage to chuck myself in.
I never knew that.
Then you come along. Before I know it, we're on the bus to Whitby with a packet of sandwiches and a bottle of pop.
So we managed lunch that day, did we?
You're a good man, Oscar.
Well, don't tell Gina. I've got a reputation to maintain. Anyway, what about this money I've got?
We're not taking on any new investors at the moment. Take my advice. Put your money somewhere nice and safe and watch the interest grow.
But, Lord Ashfordley...
We got the last remaining space. Toodle pip, old bean.
Mrs. Smith? Mrs. Paula Smith?
That's right.
Hello, Sergeant Raymond Craddock, Ashfordley Police. Is Mr. Smith at home at all?
Tony, you wanted? This is my husband.
Yes, we've met.
Paul had a puncture, so I stopped to help her fix it. Things just moved on from there.
A seamless progression from flat tire to bigamy, it seems.
I kept meaning to tell her I was married, but I knew that'd be the end of it. And then when she fell on with the baby, what was I supposed to do?
Well, the conventional thing would have been to divorce the first Mrs. Smith before marrying the second.
It was Gladys's money that set me up in business in the first place. I'd have lost everything.
And you're a man who likes to have everything.
I didn't want to hurt anyone.
Quite.
Kind of been cheap, though, running 2 households.
You should see the size of my electricity bills.
Yes, we have. Your bank manager tells us he's threatened to foreclose on you.
Yeah. He's given me till the end of the month to clear the overdraft, or he says he's going to have me declared bankrupt. I said to him, you got to speculate to accumulate. But he's a little man with no imagination.
And you decided to use your imagination to raise the money.
I didn't burn down my shop.
Come on, Mr. Smith.
No, you come on. After we got back from the pub that night, we stayed in all night. Gladys will tell you the same story.
We intend to ask Gladys about the reliability of her memory. And in the light of recent events, I'm not sure she'll stick with that story. Are you?
So you admit setting fire to your shop?
Yes.
For the insurance money?
How many more times?
And how much were you hoping to get?
Enough to get the bank manager off my back.
And what about when the money ran out? Were you intended to burn down each of your shops in turn?
No.
How about your mother's will? Hoping to benefit from that?
What's all this about? Can't you just charge me and have done?
Of course. But first I want to talk to you about your mother's death.
I don't know, Oscar.
Look, come on, Alf. You've helped me out before.
Exactly. And he doesn't like it.
And don't tell him. Look, I've done all I can at the council. Now I could really do with your help.
Ursula Dunn, you say?
Also known as Ursula Winterbottom.
I'll check her out.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Weren't you sweet on an Ursula Winterbottom once upon a time?
Different woman.
But this is the one we came to before. That horrible landlady.
She's all right when you get to know her.
And the wallpaper. If you're moving here, you can forget me coming to visit you. I value my health too much.
Just think of it as an adventure.
All right then, since I'm here now.
No keeping. Okay. You can open the net. Well? You do like yellow, don't you? I mean, if you don't like yellow, I mean, I can change the shade if you don't like it.
No need. I like it.
Gina!
Oh.
I'll tell you in a minute.
What happens next?
There will have to be an inquest, but that's just a formality.
Can I bury her?
The body will be released very shortly. I'm very sorry you've been put through all this.
Sorry? That's easy enough to say.
Jack, please. It's not PC Bradley's fault.
Right, well, I'll let myself out.
It's all over now, love. It's all over.
My flippin' skate's ruined. Hey, here she is.
Nice suit.
How'd you get on then?
It was terrible. I talked gibberish for at least half an hour.
Oh no.
I'm sure you weren't that bad. Oh, I was worse. But they offered me the job anyway.
Well, congratulations. Oh, okay. Get the girl a drink.
Oh, just an orange juice for me, thanks, Gina. I'm on duty this afternoon.
Well, I'll make it a double.
Well, you accepted it, of course.
Yes, good. Well, with everything that's happened, I just feel like I need a change. I love Aidensfield, but I feel like I'm too involved. Can you understand that?
Definitely. I think you're doing the right thing. But I am really going to miss you, though.
Hello, Ainsfield Arms. Yeah, he's here. Oscar!
Right, Gina. No need to shout.
It's Al for you. Something about Ursula.
All right, thanks. Yes, Al.
Ladies. Maggie, can I have a word?
Yes, of course.
Right. Well, thanks, Al.
I thought you'd like to know the result of the post-mortem on Frida Smith.
Oh, yes, go on.
Well, the pathologist made a close examination of the nose and throat and found nothing unusual.
That's good.
He also had a look at the bruises you noticed on Mrs. Smith's arms. In his opinion, they're entirely consistent with being helped to her feet after a fall.
I'm glad. Yes, that's very good news. Does Sylvia know?
Yeah.
So it was heart failure then?
Yes, the pathologist thinks she accidentally took an extra dose of her medication. Well, apparently that can be enough to induce heart failure.
There you are.
Excellent. Here's your copy.
Thank you. And, here's your money. All £10,000 of it.
Sorry about the bother of cash, Charlie. But you know, with us being an American company.
Quite understand, madam.
Well, can't believe it. You and me, here, together, as equals.
With our whole lives ahead of us. Here's to good times. Past, present, and future.
To friendship. Let's go to the powder room.
What do you want?
I just thought I'd let you know that I got the job.
Congratulations.
Sylvia, I'd really like us to stay friends.
Shame you didn't think about that before.
Well, if you change your mind.
Okay. I was just about to put the kettle on.
And according to the barman, you ordered a bottle of our best champagne.
Mrs. Dunn ordered it.
And now you're refusing to pay.
I am not refusing. It's all on her account.
We don't have a Mrs. Dunn residing in the hotel.
Damn it all, man. She's only your boss.
I'm afraid, sir, you are mistaken.
No, I am not mistaken, but you certainly are. She went off to powder her nose. She'll be back shortly.
Janice. Would you go to the ladies' cloakroom and check and see if there's a Mrs. Dunn in there, please?
Oh, for goodness sake, this is quite unnecessary. Blaketon.
My lord, is there something wrong?
Bit of a misunderstanding. This gentleman claims to know nothing about Ursula.
Ah. Well, that's the reason I'm here, sir.
It was those tablets she took for her heart.
I know. Oh, Mike told me.
He said she probably only took an extra dose. Doesn't seem possible, does it? She must have got confused. She can't have realised how strong they were.
I thought you said Frida didn't know where you kept them.
She probably went looking for them while I was out.
When you came round to see me, you told me that your mother kept saying she wanted to die.
Did I? Don't remember.
Must have been very distressing for you to hear her saying those things.
No, I knew it was the illness talking.
I'm not sure I could have coped with it.
I was doing everything I could to help her.
Oh, I know you were, Sylvia.
But she was so ill. She just got worse and worse. I felt so helpless.
And the night she died?
When I got back from your house, she was in such terrible pain. She was begging me to help her. I've never seen her so desolate. She was pleading with me.
So you gave her the extra dose?
I was only trying to help. I loved her, Maggie. I loved her so much.
The police think it was an accident.
Yes. But you know different. I'm going to have to tell them the truth. Aren't I?
Thank you, sir. Would you like a receipt?
What put you onto her?
Oh, well, it was Thornby Manor, sir. I couldn't recall a planning application coming before the council.
She's known to the police, you say?
You're not the first person she's taken to the cleaners, my lord.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's taken money from people up and down the country.
Not from me.
You mean, you didn't give her any cash?
Good Lord, no. What sort of a fool do you take me for?
You're going to build a big wall for Mummy? Yeah. Wonder who that is.
Hello. Come in.
Come in.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
For you.
Oh, thank you.
So, how are you getting on?
Oh, not bad. Except every time I move a book or an ornament, I find another memory. Oh, that's really pretty.
Well, when you get to the other end, we'll send you some flowers to put in it.
Thank you. I'm really going to miss this village.
Not half as much as this village is going to miss you.
How's Sylvia?
She's fine. She's been let out on bail prior to her court appearance. I'm sure she won't get a custodial sentence.
How about a drink?
I'm afraid I've packed it all away.
No, not here, at the pub.
Well, there's Sam.
Ooh.
And I'm sure I can't bring him with me, can I?
Well, I think we can overlook it on this occasion.
Come on.
Hey, they're coming. They're coming. Quick.
Bill?
Oh, it's very quiet in here tonight, isn't it?
Here we are. Right now. Get that bottle opened. There we go. Hey.
Best of luck, Maggie. You'll be sorely missed.
Maggie, I miss you.
Right, here we go. To Maggie.
Maggie!
To Maggie.